Welcome back to the show, everyone. While everyone else is doing it, so apparently we're doing it here at Urban Rush as well. We're kind of like Oprah. We're doing a 30-day challenge.
We're kind of like Oprah, but with no budget. Dr. Heidi Roots is a naturopathic doctor, and she has a 30-day health challenge for us here at Urban Rush. How are you, Dr. Heidi?
And our viewers, I'm assuming, as well?
Yeah, well, I thought there's lots of 30-day challenges out there. Like a lot of the yoga places have them, where you have to go out to outsource your 30 days. But we thought we'd put one together where you could do it from home.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
So what's this challenge, lady?
Yeah, we know nothing about this.
So it's 30 days of healthy living, and there's different components to make your living healthy. So rather than talking diet, we're going to talk. Yeah.
Is there shortbread in this 30-day challenge?
We can modify it in any way you want. It's how healthy do you want to be?
Okay, perfect.
But we're calling it a health challenge, not a diet.
Yeah, we're calling it a health challenge. So 30 days, and the reason 30 days is a good amount of time is, well, it's a month. But also it takes about 3 weeks to break habits and to implement good habits. So if you do this for 30 days, you've got yourself going on a really good track. You know, chances are you're going to keep some of these good things that you're doing.
So you're challenging us to break one bad habit.
Okay, so here's the challenge. The 30 days of modified eating. So it's eating with consciousness. So rather than just eating whatever's in front of you, it's thinking about what you're eating. And actually, we're going to post a modified suggestion of a diet. It's like a cleanse on the website.
Suggesting?
Well, it can be anything from going wheat-free for 30 days, or sugar-free for 30 days, or you could take the whole cleanse and do the whole cleanse. But you could take whatever you want from it. The cleanse talks about eating all vegetables except for potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, because they're very acidic. They tend to create inflammation in the body.
You know I'm Irish, right? And that's not possible?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, see, that's why we modify.
That's 90% of her body.
No, but the cleanse is like, what else can we eat? Vegetables and what
Exactly.
else?
You focus on what you can do. So you eat the grains. The hardest part are the grains. So the only grains in the actual cleanse are rice, quinoa, and millet. Well, I don't know anyone that eats millet, so it's rice and quinoa. And they're just very anti-inflammatory, hypoallergenic foods. So for some people, the best that they're going to be able to do for 30 days is wheat-free. Yeah. And if they can go wheat-free for 30 days, they've done a great job. What
are the benefits
huge.
of wheat-free? Because we hear this all the time, wheat-free, gluten-free, but what does that do for you?
Well, most of us have heard of celiac. So celiac is a condition where our actual intestinal tract, the villi of our intestines, become flattened, blunted, and so our absorption is less. And there's a lot of people that are sensitive to gluten. So gluten is found in rye, wheat, and spelt. And it's just one of those things that our body has a really hard time processing, digesting.
And yet a huge component in most people's diets.
Now, you try to take out gluten.
Yeah.
If you try to take out wheat, that's one thing. If you try to take out gluten, it's big. It's something you probably don't want to do on your own. It's something you want to get a little bit of help.
And people usually do that for a reason. It's usually an allergy.
A lot of people come in to my clinic, and we start with wheat, and we just, they're having headaches, they're having all these issues, and we say, okay, well, let's just try wheat-free for a month.
Now, you can eat vegetables, and what else should you focus on putting in your diet?
You're eating protein's fine, so all meat's fine. You want to eat as much fish as you can. I try to stay away from pork because it tends to have a lot of parasite in it. All the vegetables, potatoes, tomatoes, and corn. All fruit except for bananas and citrus.
How come?
Again, tend to be higher on bananas are really high in sugar.
Yeah.
They're also really mucus forming.
That's what makes them
Ew, don't
nutty.
say mucus.
Yeah,
that's not a word I like.
Yeah. All nuts except for peanuts also tend to be very allergenic for people. So you can have almond butter, you can have almond milk, you can have rice milk, you can have rice pasta. There's a lot of things you can do. Again, you can take a look at the cleanse and go, okay, I'm just going to take this component of it and I'm going to focus on that.
What about dairy?
Okay, so there's no dairy.
I'm okay with that.
There's no coffee.
You're really
no
stringing
dairy.
us along on these. Everything's like, except for...
This is just the modified diet part. There's more to it than just that. So this is one component, is the diet. So what you want to do is you want to say, I'm going to challenge myself for 30 days to something with my diet, something that I'm doing with my eating.
So what kind of benefits would you feel after 30 days of eating clean, whatever works for you, and the modifications of this?
More energy, better sleep, skin looking great, nervous system settled down, less anxiety, less headaches. People feel fabulous. Not for the first few days.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's rough.
The second half is much better than the first.
Well, and my particular issue, in case people haven't picked up on it, is
shortbread.
Sugar.
Yeah. Sugar's a
hard one.
But it's also, I mean, when it comes to avoiding things, for me anyway, I find one of the easier things to avoid if I'm conscious of it, because it's easy to look at in labels and
you can get away from it.
Okay, aside from the food, so we're talking about anxiety and stress. Breathing is one of those things that can help you mellow out a bit. So
another thing was we wanted to do 10 minutes of quiet time where you're actually focused on some breathing every day. So that's just 10 minutes. It's not hard to do. You can do it at your desk. You can do it when you get home from work. You can do it before you go to bed.
And what's the benefit of that?
It settles your nervous system down. The biggest thing is it takes us from our sympathetic dominant, where our body is in fight or flight, where we're go, go, go all day, where we breathe from our chest, to this very relaxed, parasympathetic, that maxed, relaxed state where our nervous system's it's gone down to a more functioning level, not that stressed out mode.
And where's the exercise going to fit into the 30 days?
So exercise can be really daunting for people that don't exercise. So what we're going to say is move your body every day. So it's 30 days of moving your body, whether that's walking to work, whether that's taking the stairs instead of the elevator, whether that's getting up and walking around the block once, that's fine. It doesn't matter what you do. If you want to do 30 days of yoga, fabulous. If you want to do physical exercise every day, that's amazing. But if you look at that component and go, well, I'm not going to do that, but you'll take the stairs every day, that's so much better than taking the elevator.
One of the wisest things anyone ever said to me was figure out a way to work it into your life. So that you're just doing it all the time.
You just have to schedule it in.
Take the stairs.
Yeah, take the stairs. And if you took the stairs for 30 days, you've got that component done. And there's twofers. So you could do...
A twofer!
And there's even threefers. So what you could do is you could go for a run. So that's your outside time. That's your moving your body time. There's a twofer right there.
Nice.
Nice work. Okay, what about the bad habits?
Okay, so this is the fun part.
But it's tough to pick a bad habit. You don't want to...
It can be anything, and don't set yourself up. So if your big thing is, you know, smoking's a big one. Don't set yourself up. You're already doing all this other stuff. Pick something that's attainable. For example, so we're encouraging people to lose a bad habit and replace it with a good habit. So for example,
what's your bad habit, Heidi?
Coffee. I said it. There, I said it.
Heidi, is coffee really that bad? Please say no. Please say no.
No, it's not bad. It's just for some people, it's not great. Some people are fine. You know, some people can have a coffee before they go to bed, which I am not recommending you do, but they're fine. Other people, if I have a coffee in the afternoon, I don't sleep.
Me too.
So one thing for me, mine is going to be I'm going to have a minimum or a maximum and try to not even have one coffee a day, and I'm going to replace it by 2 liters of water a day.
Oh my.
What's your good habit?
I don't have one.
That's my good one, 2 liters of water.
Oh, 2 liters of water.
Take a bad, replace it with a good.
My bad habit was just not going to have our office in a mess. Is that a good one?
That's a good, because that's
nothing to do with diet or exercise.
No, that's okay if you keep your space clean, your mind. Yeah, it's
I'm
good.
clean at home, I'm clean at my car, I'm clean everywhere, but our office, disaster zone.
It's a great. It can be anything.
Right.
And if that's what you want to do, that works for you. It could be not snacking in the evening, lose a bad habit, snacking in the evening, eating breakfast.
What's your bad habit, Michael? Shortbread, obviously.
Yeah, sugar.
Sugar, yeah.
Sugar.
There's a few.
It's because I'm so sweet. I hate myself today for some reason. I'm going to like myself. I'm going to replace hating myself with liking myself.
We are going to be posting this information for people so they can follow along if they're interested.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Dr. Heidi, if you want to do the 30-day challenge, you can join on in. You can find all the information on the website. And if you're interested in naturopathy, of course, you can visit Dr. Heidi.
I'm taking out sugar, and I'm going to learn how to spell quinoa.
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 Maybe that's why I'm having so much trouble with it.
We're going to take a break.